What's going on, everybody? I'm Primalliquid, and welcome to my Final Fantasy III Pixel Remaster Platinum Guide. Guys, this one is going to be a whole new beast. Okay, this one is actually going to be really crazy compared to FF1 and FF2. You see, there is so many, and I'd mean so many missables in FF3. It is unreal. Okay, there are missable items, there are missable treasure chests, and yes, they are two different things. Okay, so obviously there's the normal treasure chests. There is also some hidden items just located around the area. So we need to get to both of them. They are both related to different trophies, which means they both count as different missables, unfortunately. Other than that, there are missable areas as well, which we need for the Wayfarer trophy. And there is also a whole bunch of missable bestiary entries. Okay, it is going to suck, to be honest. It's gonna suck making sure we get all of these. Also, we need to get the entire party up to level 50. That one is actually really simple. We'll do that one really easily. But we also need to get at least one job all the way up to level 99, and we're going to start working on that straight from the very start of the game when we actually unlock jobs. You see, there is a simple little trick that we can do to, you know, try and speed that up a little and to ensure we get as much job EXP as possible. But there's no point worrying about that just yet, simply due to the fact that we don't have jobs. I mean, yes, we have the Onion Knight straight off the bat, but that's not the one that we're going to do. Okay, the Onion Knight is actually really bad at low levels. It does become, you know, kind of the best job later in the game, but that's later in the game. That doesn't help us right now. So we're not even going to worry about the Onion Knight. Okay. So, first thing is first. Let's take a look at what we have, shall we? So we are going to keep everybody in the front row. And as you can see below the MP, we have our normal level. That's our character level. And then we have the job level on the far right. Now, these are two different levels if you've not played FF3 before. Your overall level determines your stats. Your job level doesn't. Your job level does impact on some jobs, but it doesn't impact your stat growth. However, your job impacts stat growth. I know that might sound confusing, but whether you have like a level 1 monk or a level 99 monk, you're still going to get the same stat growth. However, stat growth between, say, monk and white mage is different. So do keep that in mind, okay? Because we are going to have to make use of that a little bit later. So first things first, we definitely want cursor memory on. Auto battle we want on. Re-equip optimal, sure, and boost. Now I'm gonna leave EXP at 1. Okay. We're going to leave EXP at 1 here, simply due to the fact we don't want to. In fact, no, I'll turn that up just for this dungeon. Once we're done in this dungeon, though, we're going to turn that down to 1 again, because we want to stay kind of as low level as possible. But gaining some early levels is just beneficial. You know, it gives us a little bit of leeway in the boss fight that we're going to have at the end of this place, and also against the next boss that we're going to fight in a little bit. So the little bit of leeway is nice. Yeah. Also, for enemies inside this dungeon, okay, we can fight the Goblin, the Carbuncle, the Ifang, and the Blue Wisp. That is enemy 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the bestiary. So try and get them all. One of the things we are going to do in FF3 compared to the other FFs like FF1 and FF2, we are going to aim for the bestiary in every area when we get to it. This way we won't have to backtrack later, and also it ensures that we do not miss any missable encounters. Okay, this one's really important. This one's really, really, really important because there are so many missables in this game. It is unreal. We need to make sure, we need to be careful. We need to make 100% sure that we get them all. I mean, obviously, none of the enemies in here are missable. We can get them basically whenever. So I wouldn't worry about the enemies in here. And in fact, we are going to come back here in a second anyway. But for now, yeah, just try and complete the bestiary in every area. Pretty much as soon as you get to it. Okay. Now, with that said, let's go and fight the boss, shall we? Now, the boss in here is actually really, really simple. One thing I will say is, with the Pixel Remaster being based on the original version, the original the original NES version, the game is freaking easy. Okay, the game is ridiculously easy. So I wouldn't worry about too much of that. Like if you played the 3D version of this game, you're going to have a very easy time this time around. Okay, this is infinitely easier than that version, basically. Now for the land turtle, you can do one of two things. You can either just cheese it with an Arctic Winged. That's entirely up to you. Or you can just auto battle. Now, I'm just going to auto battle because I want to save my Arctic Winds for the next boss. Okay, the next boss has way more health. The land turtle only has like 100 health, so it's super, super quick to die. But the next boss has much, much more health. So by saving the Arctic Winds for that, we can just basically instantly annihilate that boss. And as you can see, I mean, the land turtle dies instantly anyway. Why waste an item on it when there's no need? So we might as well save it. Right, so we are level 4 now. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to turn off the EXP boost. Alright, let's turn that off. So the reason I'm turning the EXP boost off is we want to keep our levels semi-low. And that's also the reason we're saving the Arctic Winds, because it means we can just kill the next boss almost instantly, which is going to be a huge, huge lifesaver for us. Here, though, now this is different for the Pixel Remaster compared to the 3D version for FF3, okay? In the 3D version, you do not get your jobs once you interact with this crystal. You get your jobs after you kill the next boss. However, in the Pixel Remaster and the original NES version of the game, this is where you unlock the jobs. Okay, and also we don't start with the freelancer class. There is no freelancer in this version of the game. Instead, we just immediately start with the Onion Knight, whereas in the 3D version you have to go out of your way to unlock that later. However, now that we've interacted with the Wind Crystal, we are going to get a bunch of jobs. Well, I say a bunch, I mean it's not that many, but still it's a few. Yeah, it's a few. And we'll take a look at that as soon as the game gives us control back. Yeah, some things with FF3 do slow down a bit. There we go. So Warrior, Monk, White Mage, Black Mage, and Red Mage jobs now available. So what we're going to do, right, is we are immediately going to change everybody over to Monk. Now, the reason we're making everybody as a Monk is because Monk actually has the, well, it has the highest HP growth compared to any other stuff that we have right now. So we're gonna use Monk just to gain a bit of HP. In fact, I'll actually leave the XP boost on for a minute just to gain a bit more health. There we go. Yeah, we'll gain a little bit more health and then we'll turn it off. Don't worry, we're not gonna get too many levels, okay? We just want enough health for something later. And doing it now with Monk makes it easier. So as soon as we teleport out of her cave, Altair Cave. Forgot it's called Altair in this game. We're going to go straight back in because there's still a bunch of treasure chests. Also, this is one big thing with FF3. You guys saw it sort of in FF2 a little bit. However, FF3 really goes balls to the wall with the invisible pathways, okay? There is going to be a lot of these, and I do mean a lot of them. So do just try and keep your eye out, basically. So what we're going to do now, as we are going through, Okay, I'm not going to worry about job levels just yet because, you know, we're still fighting really, really weak things. What we're going to do is we're going to aim for the bestiary, basically. So if we take a quick look at the bestiary, there it is. I was wondering where that was then. So we can get 1, 2, 3, and 4 in here. So we are going to get them right now, okay? So there's Carbuncle and Blue Wisp. So there's 2 more of the enemies that we need already. So now the only thing we actually need is the Eye Fang. So once we get that and these remaining treasure chests, we're going to be done here. Let's just get the treasure chests really quickly. Also, you see that hole? Try and not to fall down it if you can. It's like, remember where we were a second ago? That hole will take us to there, basically. And there's the Eye Fang. So we are now done with Altair Cave completely. We are completely done with this now. Also, if you really want to, you can, you know, just check the map, and as you can see, 14 out of 14 treasure chests, so we're done there. You can drop down if you want, and, you know, if you miss a treasure chest, that's fine, just drop down and go through for it. We didn't, so we don't need to. So what we're going to do now is it is time to leave this place, and we're going to go to the next town, which is going to be the town of Although I did just get some equipment, which we're not oh my god, my phone, it's going nuts today. Hopefully you guys didn't hear that. But yeah, so we're going to go to right now. We did get some equipment, just I'm not going to worry about equipping that. And hang on, I need to sneeze. Oh, sorry about that. Right, okay, so we did just get some equipment. I'm not going to equip it just yet because we're going to buy some more right now in anyway. And there is also going to be some items for us to collect. Okay, and we're going to do those in just a minute. So first things first, we're going to speak to the Elder. And this is basically, you know, story related pretty much. So this is to progress. Once we've done this, now we're going to go and get all of the items. One of the things you can do as well is if you speak to this wizard, and wait, is it not that wizard? I could have swore it was that wizard. Okay, maybe it's the one just out here. Is he outside the house? He's outside the house. Yeah, so if you give this wizard a potion, he will actually give you an Echo Herbs. Don't know if that's required for the trophies or not, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So, next up, we're going to the inn. Now, completely ignore everything downstairs and head up the stairs. We're going to interact with the little pot here for a potion. This is not a treasure chest. This counts as one of the missable items. There are 60 missable items in the game. Well, 60 missable items, 60 hidden items. And some of them are missable, basically. Right, with that, we can now go and get another hidden item, which is actually going to be the wait, no, that's still in the end because it's the pub. Yeah, I completely forgot. Inns and pubs are joined on this game. Whoops. I'm too used to playing FF6 right now. What the difference? Right, get the potion from that pot as well. And playing the piano doesn't really do much for you. You don't need to play the piano in this game. We'll do in the next one though. We'll do in FF5. It's like you have to play the pianos in FF5. In 3, you don't have to. They're just sort of there, basically. Right, let's go get some more treasures, shall we? So, head through the trees and enter the well. 3 more treasure chests down here. Nothing too major or anything like that. Just some potions, pretty much. Right, okay. Now, let's go find another hidden item. So, for the next hidden item, you want to come to the inn and head to the right. And just head on up. It's going to be just near the flowers. And it's going to be a potion. Right. So, one more hidden item that is out on the field. Hang on, I need to sneeze again. Man, I have no idea what's going on with me today. Like, all of a sudden, I can't stop sneezing. Oh, yeah, there's random battles in here as well. Yeah, I can't stop sneezing. I don't know why. Like, I was fine when I woke up, and now all of a sudden, it's murdering me. It is actually murdering me. Right, okay. So, next item is just below this house right here. Oh, another encounter. Well, it's fine. I mean, we aren't going to get any new encounters here. So I wouldn't worry about that for the bestiary or anything like that. We can just safely ignore that pretty much. Right, so bottom right corner, there is going to be another potion. And now enter this house right here. Okay, inspect the bottom pot, the very closest bottom pot for an antidote. And then also inspect the second to the top for another antidote. Once you've done that, head on over and interact with the little flame torch on the far right to open up a secret passage. And this will lead us to a bunch more treasure chests. So there's leather armor, dagger, cure, and leather armor, and a long sword. See, this is why we didn't actually buy any equipment as soon as we got here, because we can get a bunch of it, you know, just naturally. Anyway, with that said, this is the town of Ur now actually completely done. We are done with the town of Ur now. If you want to buy some stuff, you can do that. One's entirely up to you. Also, I would probably, in fact, yeah, I would probably suggest leveling a white mage a little bit, because we are gonna need white magic later. Not for healing, like not for healing at all. So I'm just gonna make Claire my white mage. But yeah, we don't need it for healing or anything like that. We need it for the mini spell later. Also, magic in FF3 is done slightly differently. So it's kind of the same as FF2, where you need to teach magic to the individual characters. Like Cure here, for example, I will manually use on Claire. We can teach magic to everybody. That's not a problem. So you can teach magic to everybody, and it won't get in the way. So for example, if I was to learn sleep with Claire as well, that wouldn't go there or anything like that. It would go on level 1 magic for black mage. So you can teach every magic to every character. Okay, and it won't mess you up or anything like that. However, it is a little bit better of an idea to try and keep some sort of specialized. And by specialized, but let's just go rest at the end. By specialized, what I mean is try and keep a character sort of set to, you know, like white mage or summoner or black mage and stuff like that. Also buy some status items. We're gonna need some later. But yeah, try and keep them a little specialized if you can. Okay, simply due to the fact that we are going to be changing jobs a lot later, and the higher the job levels, the more potent they are. Okay, the more potent they are, which is going to be a lot better, especially later on, once we actually get to using, you know, like summoner, sage, devout, you know, stuff like that. So it doesn't matter too much for the job levels early on in terms of like white mage, black mage and that, but later on it will do. It really will do later on. Also, try and make sure you have like 4 of every weapon. I mean, it's not that important, but you can use the same weapons on each character after all. So always better to aim for more. Except nunchucks. Do not buy nunchucks. In fact, I'm even going to sell my nunchuck right now, because when I use optimal on the monks, I do not want the nunchucks to be equipped. Okay, we do not want them to be equipped. They will actually lower our damage. Right, there we go. So we've got 4 of everything now. So we're going to just optimize everybody. Don't worry about missing arms or anything like that. Do not worry about it. It's fine. I would much rather have that on my white mage anyway. And oh yeah, I forgot. We can still equip 2 weapons in each hand. Okay, well, let's just... No, wrong shop. Well, never mind. We aren't going to bother buying 8 of every weapon. Not here anyway. Like, the weapons here are going to be bad. Right, buy a poisoner. In fact, I'll buy 4 of them because I'll teach them to everybody. Because there will be some jobs later that can actually use all like black magical, white magical summons and stuff like that. So as we start going through the towns, we're going to be buying all the white and black magic, because we are going to have to level a job to 99 anyway. So we might as well choose one of the best ones later, which can actually, you know, make use of everything. Right, okay, let's head on over to the town of Kazus now. And why don't we not get a random encounter? That's kind of weird, but okay, sure. Okay, so here in Kazus, we can't actually purchase anything from any of the stores or anything like that. We just sort of have to leave them. We are going to have a conversation with somebody, but for now, we're just going to focus on getting all of the items, like the stuff right there. And then we're going to head further up as well for another item, the Zeus Wrath and the Mithril Helm. So with that, we've now got the items that we can collect there. So we're now going to go to the inn. And for the inn, we want to go through the wall, which is there. Yeah, so you can tell sort of the wall. You see next to where I'm standing, you see how the wall looks a little bit different compared to the rest of it. That is essentially how you tell that there's nothing there. And we want to get the potion. That is one of the other hidden items, so make sure you get it. Right, with that said, we'll be coming back here in just a minute, but for now, let's just finish off the items, okay? One thing at a time. One thing at a time. We gotta make sure we get everything. So there's another potion. And now with that, that's all 5 out of 5 hidden items. So we can leave. I mean, we will be coming back here. Don't worry. Actually, wait, no, I still need to speak to Sid, don't I? Yeah, let's talk to Sid right now. I completely forgot about that. Whoopsie. All right, let's talk to Sid. So Sid is this little guy up here. Sid's name, I'm from Cannon, but a boulder in El Volley is blocking my way home. Now I'm stuck here. Yeah, he's stuck. Hey, look, we got an airship already. It's a bad airship, though. It's a really bad airship. It can't fly over mountains or anything like that. That is also one of the annoying things about FF3. There are so many different airships, okay? Like, seriously, we are going to go through so many different sorts. It kind of sucks, to be honest. Oh, first things first, let's head to the desert to get the airship. All right. Now with the airship, we can fly around. However, I wouldn't worry too much about any of this, to be honest. Right, so next place we're going is Castle Sasune. So what I would suggest doing is first make a save, because we are going to fight some kind of strong enemies in here, okay? So into the castle we go. And then we're just going to go straight for the West Tower. Now, the West Tower does have battles, okay? You can fight the Red Wisp, the Dark Eye, the Zombie, and the Griffin. Now, the Griffin is actually going to be a monster in a treasure chest, so I wouldn't worry too much about that one or anything like that. But for now, it can be kind of strong, okay? But again, there is all the others as well, which we are going to have to fight. But also, plenty of treasure chests for us as well. There is, if I remember correctly as well, going to be a good weapon at the top of here. Yeah, there it is. Right, so there's the zombie that we've now fought. So now we just need the Dark Eye and the Red Wisp. Also, yes, these guys give a lot of EXP. As you can see, 800 EXP. They give a lot. Right, so interact with the treasure chest, and it is going to be a monster in a box. The Griffin should be kind of easy, though, if you use monks. It can hit kind of hard with fire, but monks deal really good damage for the start of the game. So you should crush it pretty easily, to be fair. And we got the White Slayer, something that, well, we're not actually going to use, unfortunately. Right, so now we just need to get the other encounters in here, and then we're done. So we can move on in a minute. So first things first, we want the Red Wisp and the Dark Eye. So there's the Dark Eye. And yes, that one is different to the previous one. This is like the upgraded version. I should probably heal Karad though. Yeah, we should heal Karad before he dies. Let's make him defend. Yeah, so defend takes precedence over everything. So as soon as I hit defend, he will defend. That was just to ensure he didn't die, basically. We don't want any unfortunate deaths after all. And once we get to level 10, I'm going to turn EXP back down to 1%. Right, let's just heal on up. Okay, let's go. We just need the red wisp now. Once we get the red wisp, we can move on. Nope, more dark eyes. God damn it. Nope, don't want to defend actually. We'll just attack. We'll just attack, it's fine. Like our damage is gonna start going through the roof anyway. Plus, we are getting job EXP, which is also nice. The higher the job level, the more damage we're going to do. Oh my god, where's the red wisp, man? Like, red wisp, it should actually be the most common enemy in here, to be fair. So I'm surprised we haven't got it just yet. Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. Okay, so we've got all the enemies in there now. So now that we have done the western tower, we can now go over to the eastern tower. Now the eastern tower doesn't actually have any random encounters. However, it does have some treasure chests for us, and it also has a bed that we can rest in. So if you want to grind in the west tower or anything like that, you can do, and then you can just come here and rest right here, basically, which is exactly what we're going to do. Honestly, not really any need. I mean, how do all 4 people fit in that little bed as well, man? Yeah, there's really not much need to rest in there, but hey, if you want to, then you can do. So with that said, the towers are now done, so let us go ahead and move on to the actual castle. And this is where once again we are going to have to deal with a bunch of invisible walls. Okay, so first one, go straight up and then go over to the left, and you see this little wall right here. You can actually walk through that, and of course if you look here, you can see there is still more invisible pathways. So head on through, and then what we're going to do first is we're going to go upstairs, and we're going upstairs simply due to the fact there's more treasure. More treasure. So there's Blizzard and Leather Shield. Now, you know what? I do kind of need a Black Mage actually for later, don't I? Yeah, I do kind of need a Black Mage for later. So we're going to turn Callie into a Black Mage. And we will give them the Black Magic right now. Like, Black Magic will be very helpful later. I would have preferred, you know, getting the health on them, but yeah, it's fine, I suppose. We'll make do. Right, now we're going to run all the way up for another treasure chest. That's just a tonfa. It's an item for monks, but again, don't use them. Don't use them. Monks are infinitely stronger when not using weapons. Always keep monks, and to a lesser degree black belts, which is a job way later in the game, like way later in the game. Always keep them barehanded. If your monk and black belt are low job levels, that's low job levels, then you can use weapons for a slightly higher amount of damage, but for the most part you're going to want them to be barehanded. Right, okay, we've got all the treasure chests now. Make sure you do a double check. That's 13 out of 13. So there is still one hidden item here, but we can't actually get it just yet. So don't worry about that for now. We will sort that out later. Okay, so what we need to do now is you can just speak to the king if you want to. And yeah, he's just telling you about the Djinn. This is basically where we have to go next. Okay, so remember how we got the airship just? We're going to use that to move on. I don't actually think you even need to speak to the king there, to be honest. I think you can actually just get the airship and just go straight to the cave. I'm pretty sure you can anyway. but maybe I'm slightly wrong. So from the castle, just head east and north. And also try and not use the airship as much as possible. I know we had to use it there just to like get over the water, but try not to use it. So in the sealed cave, we're going to save just before we go in there as well. So in the sealed cave, right, we are going to have the mummy monster, skeleton, cursed copper, lava, shadow, and the revenant, aka monster 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So try and get all of them if you can. Remember, it just makes life way easier. Oh, we actually got cursed copper and lava. Okay, those are two of the rare ones as well. The hardest one to get though is going to be revenant. Revenant is the rarest in my opinion. And we will be turning EXP off very, very soon. Very, very, very soon. Alright, so at least we got the thrifty spender trophy. That's just for getting 10,000 gil. That's fine. And now we can just clean up the treasure chests. Luckily enough, I don't think there's any invisible pathway. Yeah, no, there's no invisible pathways in here. So we don't have to worry too much about that. It's like we can just go through normally. Use your map if you need to find any of the simple treasure chests. Okay, there's 10% of the treasure chests open. However, that's not really that much of an accomplishment because there are nearly 400 treasure chests in this game. Yes, nearly 400 treasure chests. It kind of sucks. No, we should be fine, to be honest. Right, so we just got the skeleton. So all we need now is the mummy, the shadow, and the revenant for the bestiary. Once we get those three, we're also done in here for that. If we get them, well, that's if we get them though. All right, another treasure chest. And now, okay, there's the shadow. Sweet. So we just need the mummy and the revenant then. We're nearly done, guys. We're nearly done. So this room might seem like a dead end, but we're going to open up a secret little hidden pathway because, hey, the game just loves them. So interact with the skull in the top right and it'll open up a doorway for us. And then we just need to go through. This is where we find Princess Sarah. Now, she will join the party, but she will not appear in battles in this version. Okay? So she won't be a controllable party member or an uncontrollable party member in battles, and she will also not appear at the start of battles and, you know, like use a helpful spell like she does in the 3D version of the game. She is entirely cosmetic. Okay? So now that we have her, we can carry on down to the next floor. So once again, we're going to take the south path here to get a treasure chest. And you guys might have just seen in the corner of your eye another person in the bottom left. That is the boss. That's who we're going to fight. If you're playing the 3D version, either on Steam or, you know, like the PSP or the DS or something like that, this is where you would unlock your jobs normally. Once you beat the next boss, this would be where you unlock your jobs. However, on the NES and the Pixel Remaster version, you unlock them here, basically. But again, it's a really simple fight. Because we saved the Arctic Winds, we're going to use them just to annihilate this boss really quickly. Unfortunately, though, we're having a bit of difficulty with the bestiary. We still haven't found a revenant just yet. Kind of sucks, but not much we can really do there. Right, let's just use the white mage to heal everybody for now. Honestly, we really didn't need to do that. We're still going to kill the fight really quickly, but hey. Right, so once we do this fight, I'm going to turn EXP back down to 1. So this is the Djinn. Wouldn't worry too much about him in all honesty. I mean, I think it'll take us, what, 2 Arctic Winds? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 2 Arctic Winds, to be fair. So we'll just use Arctic Wind. We'll get the Black Mage to use... Oh yeah, I don't have any MP on the Black Mage. Why is Poison showing up there? That's weird. Poisonous shouldn't be showing up there for him. maybe it's the 3D version that... Okay, I kind of thought that was the same in this version as well, to be honest. Well, we're just going to attack with the black mage and the white mage anyway. Yeah, it seems like it was the 3D version I was thinking of that would actually... Yeah, it seems like we're going to have to worry a little bit more about what magic we teach. I was kind of hoping that would be the same as the 3D version, but yeah, it's fine. Luckily enough, it's only level 1 spells. I could just go buy 99 of them if I really wanted to. It's not a big deal. It's like, we'll just keep, like, Claire and Callie as a white mage and black mage, even later on, you know, and then Korad, I'll turn him into, like, a summoner or something like that. And then Laris, I'll just turn into a ninja later. I mean, to be fair, when we get to the final boss anyway, we're probably just going to use, like, 2 ninjas, a devout, and a sage. That's probably going to be my endgame party. Because then I've got healing, I've got strong black magic, I've got buffs. And we'll have ninjas just throwing out Fuma shurikens for massive damage. If my level's high enough by the time we get there, then probably use Onion Knights. But Onion Knights are honestly completely pointless to use until you're like level 92 plus. Once you get to level 92, and that's character level, not job level, by the way. Once you get to level 92 plus, Onion Knights are just ridiculously broken. Like mega broken. Right, so Sarah's left the party, and now we have saved Castle Sasune. Also, we now go to the throne room, where we're going to get a canoe. Not sure why we get a canoe, actually. I can't think of when we actually use this. When do we actually need a canoe? Oh no, I can't actually remember. But yeah, we don't use the canoe all that often, to be honest. But with that done, we are now done in Castle Sasune. Okay, so now we want to go all the way back to Kazus. So this is where we spoke to Sid and where we got the airship. Once we're all the way back there, we can then advance on. Also, I'm not gonna... Well, I mean, we could go get the airship, which we probably should do. Yeah, we should get the airship because we are going to need that momentarily. Killer bee. Okay, nice. New enemy. Sweet. That's just what we need, man. That's just what we need. Oh, wait. No, I still missed the Revenant, didn't I? Well, I could always go back for them later because they're not missable anyway. The Revenant isn't. It's like we can do a bestiary cleanup at the end of the floating continent. Right. Okay. So time for Kazus. Anyway, though, everybody, I'm afraid to say that is going to be the end for this one. Still, I do hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, then please be sure to smash that like button. And, of course, drop a comment down below, as it really helps the channel out tremendously. And, of course, if you're new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more content. As always, though, everybody, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.